you. Dedication, motivation, determination. Education or creation, adoration. Healing, touching, inspiring. Worthy for you. Welcome to the ManKave. Welcome to the ManKave. Welcome to the ManKave. It's for you. Welcome to the ManKave. Welcome to the ManKave. Welcome to the
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us again for another episode of ManKave. We are so excited to have you all with us once again. Thank you for joining us last week and just joining in the conversation.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all comments, y'all basically y'all ideas about what we talked about online. So thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
My name is Richard, for those who don't remember, and
My name is ManKave R.L. Eason.
all right, and for now, we are going to get straight into this. We're going to keep it rolling, and we're just going to get to talking.
Okay.
So what we're going to talk about today is expectations in a relationship. Basically, how you set them up. Because I feel like a lot of times, a lot of guys have different perceptions of what their expectations are in a relationship, how to set them up, what's required of them, what's required of, the other partner, and basically how to make the relationship go a lot smoother down the line, because you run into things that you didn't know before.
Right,
and
right.
if you set up them expectations before, you wouldn't have had the problems.
Okay. So let's get started on this. First, I believe whenever you set up a relationship, and if you're in the beginning stages, the main thing is honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Do not walk into your relationship with lies.
Right.
If you walk into your relationship with lies,
Right.
you're setting yourself up for what?
Failure.
And if you set yourself up for failure, you're wasting your time. So you don't want to waste your time. So I think the first thing you need to do is honesty. When I say honesty, I mean just lay it out on the line.
Right.
I honestly want to know, what my girlfriend, history is in relationships, some things that she struggles with,
Right.
some things that she just can't stand, some things
Right.
that she won't tolerate.
Right.
That way I know where I can, ride that fine line of what's going to make her happy, what's going to make her satisfied. And the same thing for me. If I require something that's going to make me happy, she needs to know exactly what that is.
Right.
Or else you really, like I said, taking some failure.
And most definitely, I feel like it's a lot of times you just go into a relationship and you're riding this happy kind of slope.
That's
and you're
always
like,
the beginning.
We
That's
on it
always
like
the
that,
beginning.
my baby, I
That's
love,
That's
man.
you. That's you.
That is not.
Yes,
that
it
is
is.
me sometimes.
Yeah.
That is me. I'm like, oh, it's all perfect. We get together. Blah, blah.
Okay.
But no, but you like, all right.
Right.
But no. State your problems. State your issues.
Yeah.
State your addiction. State everything
Your
that
addictions.
you can.
Okay, sorry.
Say everything that you can possibly think about, so that later in the line, you know how to navigate those channels.
True.
And you know what you need to work
True.
on. And the other person knows what they need to help you work on, because a relationship is not only about keeping yourself intact, but keeping the other person intact and keeping that whole relationship and how you all get along, communicate, and everything.
Okay, so let's real quick. I know we have to kind of wrap it up before we go to our first clip, but I want to put this in your mind. Has there ever been a time with you where you didn't start off?
Of course.
Okay, I want to hear about it now.
Well, for me, I used to have issues with dealing with love and how to accept it. So a lot of times I went into it like, oh, baby, we're going to be here forever. Then like 6 months, I'm like, I can't stand you. You got to get out.
I think you're still like that.
No, I'm not. No, I've dealt with those things.
Oh, okay, well, praise God. All right, so anyway, let's go to our first clip, and we're going to get back to this because I don't believe Richard. So let's go ahead and go into our first clip of the night. Hope you guys enjoy it. We got a little bit of something special for you, so we're not going to tell you what it is, but we want to make sure you just watch real quick. See you in a little while.
Enjoy.
Peace.
Welcome to ManKave. I'm Lamar Fuller, your personal trainer. What we're adding in for week 2 would be your dumbbell pullover. Make sure to keep your reps high and keep your weight fairly heavy. Therefore, you get the best of both worlds, the cardio plus the resistance training. Tell me how you like it. Remember to keep your reps high. Pick a fairly high weight and try to get 15 to 20 reps. Keeping about 5 sets. Keeping your weight the same.
Hey y'all, I hope you enjoyed that last clip. I know for sure that you guys had to enjoy that. But we want to finish our conversation. Okay, so I want to give you a little personal about me. I always start every relationship that I have ever been in with the truth. Even if the truth hurts, I feel like if the person can handle my truth and my past and how many things I've done and
Every relationship?
every single last relationship. Every relationship, regardless of who it was, it has been, you know what, Richard, don't, not on this episode, okay? I have always started off with honesty. Now, have I been truthful throughout the whole entire relationship?
No.
I messed up, but that goes to a different area of relationship. Well, we're talking about starting off with truth because there's certain things that I like in relationships. So I know that I do not know how to cook. For those who know me, I can't cook for nothing. I know that I like to take care of the bills. I know that I open doors. I know that that's what my mom has raised me to be. So there's some areas that I'm really, really short in, and there's some areas that I'm really, really strong in. So in the beginning relationship, the get to know you questions are, can you cook? Do you mind cleaning? All those type of things. Because I feel like if I don't have them, I know that throughout the relationship, I will be highly annoyed and upset, and I'll probably end up leaving that person.
Do you start talking about your shortcomings, like your problems?
Heck yeah.
And everything?
Okay, boom. So I know that I may sometimes, have a smart mouth,
You do.
or sometimes I may have a little anger issues. But these are the things that I have to let you know in the beginning, because if one day I get upset and you never seen this part of me,
right,
that's going to create issues.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So at least I let you know, like, hey, girl, I may be a really nice guy, I may be sweet and all that stuff, but there is a dark side of me that sometimes if I get really pissed off, I do immature things.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of men just feel like, hey, if I say all of these issues or these problems and everything, they're going to leave me. Is there a sense? Is there a point where it's too much?
All right, for coming from a guy who has quite a bit of beautiful female friends. They always say the same thing. If they would just tell me in the beginning, we wouldn't be in this place. If they just tell me right now, I wouldn't have to act this way.
Right.
So, and I truly believe them. Like, yo, if you would have let me know, like, yo, when we get in here, I'm just freshly out of this relationship with this chick. There may be some remnants of this going on.
So, do you set it up like, hey, we gonna have to sit down, we gonna talk it out, we gonna be like, I got boom, 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 boom.
I think it should be
got?
more
Boom, boom, boom,
natural. Like,
but you, what do you mean more natural?
Like, you shouldn't have to sit down and say, hey, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should be like, if you're building a relationship with a person, the get to know you stage, that should be a part of your get to know you stage.
But that's not going to be any part of anybody's get to know you.
Richard, yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What kind of get to know you do you do?
Because I'm saying my get to know you is like, what's your favorite color and everything.
Yeah, you're 20 how old?
Anyway, but my thing is saying that nobody's going to be like, hey, how are you? I have problems with alcohol. Nobody's going to say that.
Moral of the story is, be honest.
That's not the moral of the story.
That is the moral of the story, Richard.
We're talking about how to go about your honesty, not the be honest part.
That's the moral of the story. Be honest, y'all. And as we're wrapping that part up, I love you too.
No.
We're going to go to our next clip. And when y'all get back, we're going to get to some questions and some interaction with our people from Twitter, Facebook, wherever. All right. See y'all soon. Enjoy this next clip.
So I have my model here, Malachi. We're going to show you in 3 easy steps how to wash your face. You can use this routine for your morning routine as well as your night routine. All right, so let me explain to you the 3 steps. Basically, it's cleanse, tone, and moisturize. What do I mean by those 3 words? Well, cleansing is basically getting rid of the impurities that are locked into the layers of your skin. Toning is shrinking and minimizing the pores on your face. And moisturizing is locking in that moisture so that your face looks supple throughout the day. You ready to get started, Malachi?
I think I'm ready.
Ready? All right. So it's very easy. I have this handy dandy tool here. It's called a Clarisonic. You ever heard of that?
Never.
Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool product. Basically, you just want to remove the cap here. You can do this in your shower. It has a little brush on top and it has 2 buttons on the front. I'm going to give this to you.
Okay.
And you'll want to just dip it into our water here. Get the brush heads wet.
Like that? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then you'll want to go ahead and press the bottom button there, which is the power button.
This button.
Yeah, and you'll hear it start to vibrate. You feel that?
I do.
All right,
Weird.
so I also have our face wash here, and this is by a brand called Clinique. This brand is dedicated towards men because we have special skin that this product will get deep into those layers of the skin. So you'll just take your face wash, pop the cap on it.
Okay.
You'll just drop maybe like a dime size amount onto the brush head.
All right. This?
Yep, that's perfect.
Okay.
All right, I'll take that from you.
Thank you.
And then you'll just begin to move that product around your face, entirely on your face, and just get rid of the dirt there from your morning's or your night's rest.
Okay, so I just scrub.
Right? Just scrub your face.
Okay.
Not too hard because the brush is going to do the work.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Cool.
All right, so basically what you'll want to see, and as you guys are doing this at home, you'll have more water, but the product will begin to lather. And what the lather does is it gets deep into the skin and gets rid of the dirt. Now it does have a built-in timer there. I see you just got it back on, but it does shut off after 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Oh, good.
That should be how long it takes you to wash your face.
This actually feels pretty good, man.
Feels good?
Yeah, weird, but good.
Yeah, so this is one of the best products on the market to get rid of the dirt in your skin. And it is actually a 5-star rated product on Sephora.com.
And that's the skin place, right?
Yes, that is actually a beauty supply store.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So once we do that, what we're going to do, you enjoying yourself?
I am. I'm saying I don't want to give it back.
What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and turn that off.
I can actually feel it cooling a little.
Exactly, and that's the product actually.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Getting deep into the skin there.
Cool.
I'm just going to have you pat your face dry.
All right.
And guys, you want to make sure that you're patting and not rubbing. And the reason for this is you don't want to create premature wrinkles. So what we want to do is what we want to do is just pat the water off of your face, and then we'll move on to our next step.
Hey, what's going
What
on?
up, what up?
I hope y'all enjoyed this last clip that we just had. We know this is our favorite part of the show.
Right.
We are in the man cave.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hopefully as time goes on, we get a little bit more things in here, but
Right.
we're trying. We're starting out.
We're trying.
All right, so listen, this is our real talk situation. We get some advice to our viewers. We enjoy this part. It's my favorite part. So we may not be able to get to you all, but we're going to try to always take at least 2 or 3 questions per night. Right. So let's get started because I don't waste no time. Okay?
Cool.
All right, so we have one from a viewer. The person's name is Ms. Surreal.
Okay.
That's a nice name.
Okay.
Her question is directed to the both of us.
Right.
Why do men lie so much? Whoever is our production person, thank you for this question.
Right.
Nice. Okay.
Why do men lie so much?
Why do men lie so
I
much?
mean, is it dealing? I mean, that'll be more questions, but why do men lie so much?
Now you know this ain't right for you to ask men why we lie. That ain't right. But we gonna try. I'm gonna try to give you a song. So here we go. I say sometimes we don't think that the lady can take the truth all the time. I know earlier in the show we talked about always keeping it real, but I think sometimes there's some things that you may not want the real answer to. So if the situation has to do with something like,
I don't
wow,
agree.
this is a hard question.
I don't agree.
No, I think it really depends. I think that even that's not just with your girlfriend or whatever. It's basically in life. People can't always take the truth. Like some things you really can't. You prefer not to know.
Right.
Like, and sometimes it's better that way.
I think that in this case, for me and what I've seen, I feel like that's solely depending kind of on the man in that position, because you can't say, "Oh, I don't think they can take it." I think it depends on, my opinion is,
Which is no.
men lie so much because they have some sort of insecurity or facade that they have to maintain or put up, so that they do everything to kind of maintain it, like, oh, I'm a good man with no problems, or oh, I'm give you all of this with no problems. And instead of being truthful, it's a lot easier in that situation just to make up a lie to maintain kind of this "we're good" standpoint.
But wouldn't you say that has to do the same thing as that person not being able to take it?
No, not at all.
Really?
Not at all. Because you can't say that, oh, I'm lying because you can't take it.
Mm.
It's, why are you lying?
Okay. You know what? I usually don't agree with you. I hate saying that I do, but I won't. So
Oh my God!
let's see if we have another question. But baby, that's why Ms. Surreal. I mean, that's all we can give you for today because, honey, I don't want to give none of my secrets. So why don't you go ahead and go on Twitter and get that other one that we had.
All right. So listen, we have another. Okay, from a good friend of mine at Jordan Zepnak.
Okay.
She said, "Why does it take so long for men to propose?"
Okay. Oh, I'm in this position. You ready?
Go ahead. Take it away.
Then you take whatever you
take it away.
Okay. Yo, marriage is a serious thing. If we're going to do it, we're going to have to do it. That means that we are no longer playing the field. And if we are no longer playing the field, we're not having a lot of fun. It's almost like in our mind, and I'm just going to keep it real, it's almost like we're trapped. Like it's not, I don't know how to say it. Almost like, yo, this is it. This is the end all, the be all. And so it gets us kind of scared. I'll speak for myself. Like for me, I'd rather date you for a period of time, at least 2 to 3 years, to make, Richard, don't do that. To make sure that it's real, because sometimes you don't know a person directly after a few months or a year. It takes time.
Right.
And if that person can take all my faults, because things are going to pop up throughout that relationship, but if she can take it, then we're good.
You switched that up real quick, because you were saying something about you feel trapped, or you once you make that,
because that's the feeling that you get, Richard, in the beginning. But in reality, it makes you think about all the things that may come along with the relationship.
Right.
And if you're going to make that big step,
right,
then you need to take your time. And I think what the issue is, guys, we do take our time, and ladies are just like, yo, I've been dating him for a year. It's about time he put a ring on my finger. And we're just like, we got to do it on our time. And I'm not going to get too spiritual, but in reality, it's our decision for us to, make that step. And I think it's a woman's role to just sit back and like, let me do what I need to do to make sure my man's supported.
Right.
And call it a day.
I think that it's a joint decision, and it's not the man's decision or anything. It's a joint decision.
Richard.
So I feel like that's something that needs to be talked about. Not saying like, hey,
Richard,
are we at that point of getting married? But saying like, okay, do we want to take this next step? Because I feel like a lot of dudes do get just comfortable being in that kind of that phase of, hey, I don't have that commitment.
Listen. Okay, so boom. Here's a tip, because you just thought something. Okay, here's a tip to you guys. Sidetrack, but it goes with what I need to say.
Come on, say it.
I'm going to say
Come on.
Stop giving up everything to make us know that there's certain things that you shouldn't even be doing in your relationship that is hindering your proposal time.
Like what? Like what?
Why you gotta make me say it? You guys are smart. Okay, I'll say it. Okay, baby girl, we're in the courting area, but yet you are doing things that a wife would do. Whether that's having
I'm gonna tell you this.
sex,
No.
doing wifely things, that's not giving us no yearning for it, because in actuality, we already got it.
But no, marriage is that commitment. Getting engaged and saying, I'm going to make a commitment.
But what's the difference? There's a commitment in a relationship, Richard.
If y'all live together, then what y'all gonna do? Y'all just gonna be sitting there looking at TV?
That's the issue.
Bros?
That's the issue.
Ain't nobody gonna. That's unrealistic. That's unrealistic.
Richard, you're a bunch of bullcrap.
That's unrealistic.
Like I said, I'm always the one to wrap up these shows because you stay not making no sense.
Because you say not making no sense to me.
I think
we disagree, obviously,
like we usually do, but whatever. I think that you need to make sure you have time, so don't rush into anything. Do you agree with that? So don't rush into anything.
Most definitely.
It's a conversation that does need to be said, that needs to be had, but in reality, make sure that you're setting up your relationship to the point where you're not giving too much, but they have something to look forward to when they get married. That makes sense?
No.
Okay. Anyway, so next week we have something great for you. And before we end the show, we want to introduce somebody great. I think you want to introduce him for me because it's me. So
okay, well, we are going to introduce a mediocre talent. No. But for real, my brother here, he's an amazing talent and everything. And I hope that you all do enjoy just God. Oh my God, he's just blessing.
To Shannon the Cannon.
So please just enjoy what he has and his talent for you, and it's honestly.
Thank you, man.
It's honestly, man.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's something different, so I hope you enjoy it. Shout out to my girls, Andronika, Jasmine, and Glennette. You guys are great, and my music producer Ishmael, you're bomb. God bless you. Good night.
Welcome to the man cave. Welcome to the man cave. Welcome to the man cave. It's for you.